Hey, Basket Brains, Kirby here, aka Darkwing Disc. And did you know that there is a fine line between the denominator and the numerator? Only a fraction of people will understand that or find it funny, and about half of them will get it. Alongside of me, it always is the fairway finder, Ali DePina, and Roxy asked him this week to stop singing Wonderwall. He said, maybe. Welcome to episode 83 of the KO Disc Golf Show. Episode 83 is the far-fetched episode. Famous players to wear the number 83, we got Andre Reed. For the Red Sox, we got Brennan Bernardino. And for a very brief moment, we had Eric Gagne. For the Mariners, we had Edward Bizardo. And Ollie, his with the Giants.
Gotta love me some Bizardo. Had some great games this postseason for us against the Tigers. A
Huge.
hero of some sort, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with the most prominent number 83 wide receiver, Ernest Gray. Gotta love that. From 1979 to 1985, and ended his career as a St. Louis Ram, but wear that number 83 proud for the Giants.
Nice. All right. KO question of the week. Would you rather get 5 additional years to live, but know exactly when you're going to die, or get no extra time and have no idea? Comment down below and let us know at the end of and Ollie and I will answer at the end of the episode. Ollie, how you doing, man? How's it going?
I've been good. This is coming out on Wednesday. Last night, when we were gonna record, I had to take Roxy to the airport, so this is the first night in the apartment really alone, which is kind of cool, kind of interesting.
Yeah,
But it's gonna be interesting to see how I am now, and then a week from now, because Roxy's gonna be gone. She'll be back later that night on Tuesday, but when the next episode happens, that'll be like 1 week in the apartment alone. We'll see if I survive, basically.
basically the entire apartment behind you is gonna look like it's in shambles. You know, you're gonna come out just yeah, looking all ragged, and Roxy's gonna
I'm gonna
come
have
home
like the
with
beard down
what?
to here and be like,
Yeah,
"Where's my wife?"
yeah. Oh, whoops.
And well, I just started full time at Costco now, so a little, not really that big, but a little schedule change, adding a few hours of work. But I think it'll be nice for the paycheck, and then I get the full time benefits. So like next year from now, they give me like 2 full weeks off of work, which is like pretty chill for a vacation, paid vacation, where I'm like, I'll take
That's
that.
cool.
And so like I can plan a little bit more stuff, and then already planned out using vacation days for like tournaments and stuff. So like even when I go take a weekend off of work, I'll still be getting paid, which will be, and then hopefully getting paid at tournaments again this year. I'm really excited for this year. I think I got a lot of goals and I like sights set for this next year, so it's exciting. So figuring out a groove with everything. Went on a bike ride after a few weeks, which honestly kicked my butt so badly. Was doing like the same hills I was doing like when I was in the most bike shape I was after riding for a few months, like couple months. And I like we were gonna go do another huge hill, and I was like, Roxy, I have to stop. Like we gotta go. Like we gotta just like call it here and just go along the bluff. And I'm done. That was a big enough hill. And like I could just feel it. So definitely want to like get back into it. I think I'm gonna get a roller, and so to do some indoor biking and stuff like that, just like I think it'll be
Sure.
good. I do want
Yeah.
to. I think it's so good for my fitness and for my disc golf. Like it just helps my strength and my core and my leg strength so much when I'm pulling and everything. I feel like I don't have to throw as far, which is everything you're trying to get with disc golf. I feel like.
Yeah, I think that indoor guy will be so good for the winter time too, especially because it's. I mean, like, it's got to be so hard to get out there in the mornings when it's so cold and it's most likely rainy or something, and the roads are wet too, which is extra like unsafe. So yeah, I think that roller
Yeah,
would be huge for you.
I think I'm okay. I have slick tires, so like I just like have to be really careful. But and like I can ride in the rain and with leaves and stuff. But like I'm gonna order these like they're road tires, so they kind of are slick, but they have like these little like triangular grooves like throughout, and so it's like a
Mhm.
lot more grippy than a normal road tire, which is like
Sure,
basic. I think it's like ideal for Seattle.
nice. That's cool.
Yeah, how you doing, Curb?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a pretty cool week. Pretty chill all in all. I did that golf day with Derek on Saturday. That was super cool. I picked him up at like 5:30 in the morning. We got to Shelton by 7:15 or so. Played around at Shelton. We played the Cascade Challenge, the MPO layout, and then we went to yeah, the whole conversation we had ahead of time. I never even looked at the other layout either, which was funny. And then we went from there to Delphi, played around a ball golf at Delphi, and then played around a disc golf at Delphi.
Nice.
And Pearson Grant came and met up with us. So that was really cool. It was cool hanging out with them. I played around at Lakewood with Dylan Aquino. That was really cool. He's the kid over at Lakewood. You see a lot. He's so good, man. It's crazy. I mean, like it's funny playing with him because he's really talented and he could throw the discs that he throws really well, but he
Hmm.
makes some like bad decisions on the tee a lot where he just wants to throw his Luna all over the place. And I'm like, well, you're never gonna get your Luna to the basket. He's like, no, but I just like throw it pretty straight here. It's like, yeah, but like if you threw like a buzz, or if you threw that like cigar that you throw,
Yeah.
I'm like, you're gonna be like under the basket in part like hole 16 or not hole 16, old hole 16. I think it's like 14 or 13 now, that one kind of by the community center that's like kind of
Yeah.
long out there.
Yep.
He throws his Luna and he puts it like just long of the short pin, but it's in the back pin. And I'm like, buddy, you're never gonna get your Luna there. It's just like too far. But he's throwing this T-bird three. Now go throw that T-bird three, and he
Yeah,
outdrove it
that's a
by like
perfect disc.
yeah, he outdrove it by like 30 feet. And I was like, holy crap, man. I was like, just do that all the time. It was like this perfect little like baby flip up. The thing was just riding at the basket the whole way, just like sailed right by it. I was like, I go, why don't you do that all the time? And he's just like, I don't know. I didn't really think about it. And I was like, buddy, like that's crazy. He's already like shredding that place and he's not even making good decisions. Like that's
I
like
love
just
that.
wow.
I'm
Yeah.
such a
So
big fan of him. I'm always like I see him at Lakewood sometimes and just always like checking in on him and stuff. And then I love following his Instagram and I saw he was doing some like running stuff, which just got me hyped. And like I
oh
know
yeah.
I'm like into like the marathon stuff, so I was like, I know he's doing the right things and getting strong and doing the and like it's really cool to see. He's gonna be balling. I know he reminds me of like a little Paul Macbeth. It's so funny the way he
Oh yeah,
throws
for
and does
sure.
everything. I know
Yeah,
he
he's gonna
wants that.
be
Yeah.
yeah, no, he said that he does like half marathons. Like he was actually supposed to do a half marathon the day that we were playing. He goes, "Oh, there's a half marathon today that I was like thinking about running, but like I just did one like 2 weekends ago, so I thought I could use a little break." I was like, "Geez, man." And he's
I
like
love
setting up to
that.
do a yeah, he's setting up to do a full marathon like next year. He's like, "I'm just really worried about like the last 6 miles." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Dude,
Dude,
I haven't
we
ran."
all should go out and yeah, we should all go out and do something for that. That's fun.
Uh, yeah, there's no you. I'm not running. I'm not much of a
No,
runner.
like go and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
wait at the last couple miles, and
Oh
just
yeah,
like
yeah, for
yeah,
sure. I was
I'm
like, bro.
saying
I was
like go
like, you're not.
support that. Yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah. I
no,
was
you
like,
don't
bro,
need to go.
you're
I'm
not
saying
getting me to do a half marathon. Like, there's no effing way. Like, nah, that's not gonna happen.
no, if we like went through like give him waters or like a little bar or something
It-
while he
that would be cool.
that last kick, I think he would go crazy.
Yeah, that I'm super down for. I think that'd be super fun. I was like, you're not getting my fat ass to
All
run a
right,
half
Kirby's doing
marathon.
a full marathon next
Yeah.
week, gang.
Yeah, you guys got 48 hours to let me finish because there's no way I'm making it in time. That's crazy. That's so funny. Um, the damn. The schedule for Washington State tournaments came out this week. John Anderson posted it on the Facebook group. And actually, I think it'd be really cool to maybe get John Anderson on maybe in the next
Yeah,
couple of weeks and kind of talk about that process. So I'll reach out to him and see when
I
maybe he
love
might have
that.
his time available. Yeah, I think it'd be really cool to hear about how he goes about that and all that business and
I
kind
just
of
think yeah, there is such a respectable person in our
Mhm.
scene of disc golf where we just wouldn't have what we have without what the work he does, and like it always just deserves all the praise and applause. Basically, is what I'm trying to. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
he's
totally. And
awesome.
I don't think a lot of people like there might be a lot of like the casual disc golfers who don't even know who John Anderson is, and he does so much work for the
Hmm.
community for all the disc golfers that I think it'd be cool to kind of kind of get him on and chatting a little bit about it. But some notable things that I saw. Um, Looks like Chuck Mintz isn't hosting any tournaments next year. So there's no Tree Smack and there's no Takeoff. So those are two huge gaps in the schedule.
Mm,
Takeoff especially is one that A tier, huge event in the summertime. Tree Smack, that's another one that's kind of the um first big tournament of the year, basically, right? It's the first one, first like kind of B tier of the year,
yeah.
every year in late January. So, not gonna lie, a little disappointing, or a little disappointed on that side of things, but also if Chuck needs to take some time to kind of get himself together, like go do your thing, bro. Totally understandable. Definitely just gonna be people that are kind of missing those events. And then the other thing I noticed, I didn't see any of the top dog events. And I don't know
Mm.
if maybe those just haven't been added on at all, but no top dog events. And if there's no top dog events, that tells me that there's no Great Northwest Point Series or any kind of like Pac X Cup or anything like that, because those have traditionally been the start and the finish of that point series and that kind of thing. So I don't actually know. I haven't heard anything like fully confirmed or anything like that, but my suspicion is that that's probably not going to end up happening this year.
Um, what did he post this on? One more time.
Northwest Disc Golfers, the group.
Okay,
If
cool.
you go on there and
Is
you
there
search
dates
John
on there?
Henderson, yeah, it's the full
Okay.
like it's like an Excel sheet with like all the dates for all of the
I
events.
want to
Yeah,
go into work and just like take every weekend I need off, like now,
yeah,
basically.
yeah. I mean, it sounds crazy, but I have an event on the schedule for November 21st of 2026.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
it's
I think that's
you know
great
what I mean?
planning.
Yeah, so I already like I went through it's so funny, like our ECD schedule that I have working with Don and Kayla, I went through the other day and just created a and I just went through and put my schedule basically through all of next year. It's pretty much planned out. And there's a little bit of room for like flexibility and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but I'm planning on going to the Wintertime Open again down in Pasadena. I absolutely loved doing that last year in February, so just being able to kind of look at that now and being like, yeah, for these
No.
8
Yeah.
days,
Sorry.
I'm not going to be here. What's that?
Yeah. We need no point series is really interesting to me. It's kind of notable, or like at
Yeah.
least now if they're not added. Now it's like pop. The first thing that popped in my head is like all the ECD tournaments, ECD point series. ECD tournament champion for the year would be cool.
You know, that would be cool. I do think that would be kind of fun to do. And we
Just
we
like keep
probably
track, like you get an
yeah.
X amount of points for getting top 10 or top
Yeah.
5, and then at the end of the
Like
year there's a ECD tournament champion or something. That'd be cool.
the Emerald City Cup or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
That's
cool.
kind of tight. I like that. That's cool. One of the ideas I've had kind of kicking around in my head, and I haven't brought this up to you yet, but um be really interesting. Like I don't know if you've checked out like the Grip Log podcast, but they do like the Manufacturer Cup where they go through and it's just like their arbitrary
Ooh.
thing where they find all like whoever plays for Discmania, whoever plays for Discraft. What if we did that, but we did like the Retailer Cup? And it was you take everybody from like Team Emerald City Discs and then Team Mandos and Team Flexline, and you know what I'm saying? And we just kind of track their points, and it's just like an arbitrary thing that we just kind of do here in the KO Disc Golf Show is the
Be kind
Retailer
of
Cup.
cool.
Yeah,
We
I
gotta
think it'd be
go.
kind of fun.
Yeah,
Like,
we gotta reach out different people
yeah,
we
like,
know.
and it'd be pretty easy to figure out like who's on whose team, and then just kind of like
Yeah,
have that in a sheet and just kind of track their points and that kind of thing going forward. So, um, yeah, we can do like what is it like Team 360 out in like Bremerton and stuff
far
like
from
that. You know what I
par up
mean?
in Bellingham would be a cool
Yeah,
one.
like anybody that's around in the Washington area that's going to have people show up to tournaments on a regular basis or even semi-regular basis, why not? I think that'd be really cool to do. So, and then we can figure out what divisions we want to do as well, because we probably have to do more than just MPO because a lot
Yeah,
of the
for
teams
sure.
involved, so um, maybe like MPO, MA1, MA2 or something. I don't know. We'll talk about that later off the show, but
Yeah, good ideas there.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, if you guys have any of ideas or you guys want to see this go a certain way or you guys think that we should be doing the points a certain way, comment down below. I genuinely like I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, and I don't know what kind of point system it should really involve. So you let us know if you have any good ideas. All right, we're gonna get into the tournament recap. This is presented by Emerald City Discs. Emerald City Discs, the gem of the Pacific Northwest. All right. This past week there was the Queens of Kayak. I believe this is part of the Evergreen Women's Series. It happened up at Kayak Point. It was ran by Brianne Matson and Andy Janes. Very small field. Very little bit of a smaller tournament here, but we're gonna burn through the winners real quick. Winning FPO, we have Krizia Davis winning over Jen Rice and Vanessa Stephanie. We have Jessica Spalding winning over Sarah Kalstad and Goose Lynn. Freaking sick name. Britta Steele beat out T-Bex and Shayna Schuerman. Shauna Carruthers won FA2. Katie Harrington won FA3. And congratulations to Kylie Fernandez. She beat out Chelsea Kapica for FA4. Big fan of Kylie Fernandez. She comes in the shop a lot. I actually just gave her. We at Emerald City Discs are commissioning her right now to dye some discs for us. She
Nice.
does some kind of like it kind of looks like pastel like watercolors that she like paints onto the disc with dye. So just a really different style of doing dye discs, and I'm kind of talking to a couple of different disc dyers to kind of bring a couple of different dyes and a couple of different feels into the shop. And then now that holiday season is coming around, dyed discs make great gifts. So ideally, I could bring in like two or three different artists and kind of have a different, a couple of different options for people. Um, all right, the tournament look ahead. This is presented by Swamp Cow Kava Bar. Swamp Cow Kava Bar, love me that muddy water. All right, this weekend we have the Seatac Slowdown. This is going to be a 27-hole ace race style event happening at Seatac. All the holes are very short. I would say hole 2, hole 5, hole 6, hole 15. Those are basically going to be the longest holes on the course, and they're pretty much just going to play as usual. Hole 26 as well. They're just going to play from the regular tee pads. Every other hole is going to have a very short ace race style layout, very short. Bunch of holes that are in the 200 to 230 foot range. I'll be out there very early Wednesday morning painting lines, so by the time you watch this, I should have everything already painted and flagged. Um, yeah, looking forward to it. Should be a really good event. We're having a ton of people sign up last minute. One of the things I'm really proud of with this event is we're going to have two full cards of women. I have a full card of FA4 completely made already, so that's really cool. These kind of events we're noticing we're getting more and more FPO and female representation coming out and playing these. So definitely is kind of encouraging me to want to do more of these ace race style events in the future, which I think is great.
I agree.
Um,
That's awesome.
yeah, Ace Pot's like $800 before the event starts, so it's probably going to be around 1,000, maybe 1,100. So pretty cool as well. Um, all right, this is the weather look ahead. It is presented by AGL Discs.
Together we can reduce, reuse, and recycle for a greener future for disc golfers.
Hell yeah, bro, you're so good with that now. I love it. Um, all right, this week, what are we looking at here? Wednesday we got some morning showers. Thursday we got rain. Friday we got showers. And then Saturday, it's looking like it's probably not gonna rain in the. It might rain a little bit in the morning. Mostly gonna rain at night on Saturday. We're looking like 55-ish degrees for most of the day. So all in all, it's gonna be okay. Pretty much your classic November Seattle day. Be ready for rain if you're coming out to play the tournament. I'm gonna try to make the tee pads pretty generous. So if it does rain pretty hard over the next couple of days, hopefully they're not too sloppy for Saturday. Um, okay, so time to bust off a new segment that we have. As we're in the off season, it is time for us to kind of just mess around with some stuff and kind of see what sticks and what doesn't. This is called the ODP guarantee. Basically, every week, Ollie's going to give us one guarantee of something that's going to happen during this next week. I'm going to track it, so we're going to give Ollie a percentage of accuracy by the end of it, and we'll know week to week how well our boy is doing. So, Ollie,
Can I
what is
get
the O?
can I get one more like ODP guarantee?
I was just getting into it. Ollie, give us your ODP guarantee. Oh, he's in the sound effects.
All right. Quiet down,
We're
quiet down. Um,
we're at the big time now. That's it.
yeah, this is a live studio audience. If you guys didn't know, um, the ODP guarantee is on November 13th at a mere 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. local to most viewers here, I believe, from my YouTube stats. Cal Raleigh will be announced as the MVP. That's my
Oh,
guarantee.
wow! For the first one, you're going Kyle Riley MVP, huh?
This Thursday, this week, it gets announced. I've been waiting for this, very excited for this, even since like the last day of the regular season happened. And I have a lot of confidence in him, and that he was the most valuable player. Yeah,
All right. I mean, I don't have, man.
I think there's a lot to say about it, but I would like it. I think it's only down to two guys. I know the finalists were Jose Ramirez, Aaron Judge, and Cal Raleigh. I think it's really just down to Cal Raleigh and Aaron Judge. And I think I've
Yeah,
said this before on the show, if not just said it to many people, but I don't. If it was Otani versus Judge, where this is a regular season award, it would be, or if it was Otani versus Raleigh, Raleigh would be the MVP over him, and but because it's Raleigh versus Judge, it comes a lot harder of a debate, with
you
this.
you think Riley would win the MVP over Otani?
Yeah,
Really?
in the AL, he would have definitely. It's just a
You,
regular season award, and if when we talked, I can go pull up some stuff, but like it was like a clear thing that people like the whole consensus of everything basically was if Cal Raleigh was in the AL, he would have been the MVP, and it wouldn't have been close. This wasn't Otani's best season, It's like
no,
he didn't even play a full season of anything. Like it wasn't his 50-50. It wasn't that. That's no knock to Otani. I'm not saying it's like it's easy or anything like against that. It
Mhm.
just was because it wasn't because it was a is coming back from a injury. It's like it's more like that.
Sure.
And
I just
and that was the
you said
narrative
that so confidently.
before they won the World Series. That was 100% the world. Like in even in the playoffs before the Brewers series, before the whole playoffs, like that was kind of the because we were talking about who's going to win the Cy Young, and I started doing a little more of a deep dive, and it really was between the biggest because it was Otani landslide in the AL basically. It felt like, and then the
No.
debate was
Well, no, no. So was Shohei's landslide in the NL? You said
NL
AL.
NL NL
Yeah.
NL.
Okay. 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 Yeah. You said it so confidently. I was like, wow, that was I
I
haven't looked
believe
into
that.
any stats or whatever. I was like, wow, okay. I just think people are so like people are still so impressed with Otani's ability to pitch and hit that I think that goes really far. I don't know
He
that
just
he would
didn't do it as
like
well this year. Like it's just a
no,
fact.
but he's still doing it. I think that's the part that's really going to impress people.
But if you
I would love.
take how many home runs did he have versus like it's
I
just
have no
every
idea.
stat. It's
I haven't
every.
looked into
I'm
it.
almost positive it's like every stat. Cal just.
Yeah,
It's a regular season award, and I think the recency of the World Series is easy to be like, what? Like
yeah,
Otani, the guy that just dominated the Brewers, the guy that just showed out in multiple games in the World Series. Like, it's still, yeah.
yeah. It's just I'm curious. Yeah, I haven't looked at anything yet, into any of it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where his numbers landed, but I know people are still so like wildly impressed with him, his ability to pitch at all. Still, um, I don't know. Yeah, I hope Riley wins.
It's,
Judge is
but
like Judge is gonna get like the East Coast like popular vote too, which is also tough against Riley. But um, I don't know. Being a catcher, I think should stand for a lot more.
I think there's just like two main statistics: the on base percentage and the WAR. But like, I think at the end of the day, it's like You take Judge off the Yankees, I think they're fine. You take Raleigh off the Mariners this year, I think it's a whole different story. This season was about him and the Mariners, for that whole regular season. Like he had the whole season, the whole city of Seattle jumping and had a whole, like, that was our guy this year, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I think Judge was the Yankees guy too, but because I mean that's
But
what
I
happened to
mean,
the
they
Yankees
had, but they,
before.
I
That's
mean,
what
like,
no no that is
they,
exactly what happened to them before though. Like not this past season, the season before that, Judge was hurt for the Judge was hurt for months at a time, and when you looked at their stats for those months, they were statistically the worst team in baseball. And then Judge came back and they were like the third best team in baseball. So just as like I think Judge and Riley both mattered just as
we're
much to
talking
their
about
teams, but
different teams. Like we're taking
yeah yeah.
years past, and so like I just think this is like an MVP is for 1 year. We're not like if you wanted to give an MVP for Judge hitting 50 home runs 4 years straight, that's a whole different thing. This is a single season thing. I like
I
I,
I
it's
think if
a
Judge, I think that would go far. I think that's the way the voters do work, though. That if Judge hits
but
four, like 50 home
okay,
runs 4 years in a row, I think the voters would. There
all
would be
right,
some voters that would be more swayed by that. You don't think so?
no, but let's move on.
That's crazy. All right. Answer the KO question of the week. Would you rather get 5 additional years to live and know exactly when you're going to die, or you don't know and you get extra time or no extra time? Ollie, do you want to know exactly when you want to die
Nah,
and get
I'm cool with not knowing when I don't want to. I don't. I'm cool. I don't want to mess with that.
I actually kind of love the idea of getting 5 additional years and knowing when I'm gonna die because
What
that
if they
means
just said
nothing
it
else.
was like, what if it was just like, oh, you're supposed to die tomorrow, so you get 5 years, and it's like now you're living in 5 years. I guess you can go do whatever you want for 5 years, but it's like it's just there's more anxiety and panic. I'm also it's like I don't know.
I don't
It
know. I
seems
kind of like
like
the.
messing with other worldly things, but I'm like,
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of knowing exactly when I'm gonna die because nothing else is gonna get you right at that point. So it's like, yeah, go do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, because nothing's gonna get you until this point. So I'm always kind of a fan of that personally. So let us know it in the comments down below what you would do. All right, getting into the draft this week. This is something we kind of briefly talked about last week, and it is ice cream flavors. Ollie, go ahead, take the first pick, bud.
I'll just go with we'll go with cookie dough. I'm a big chocolate chip cookie dough fan.
Cookie dough. For my first pick, I am going to go with Chubby Hubby. Um, I love it. It's that one with
I am not familiar.
it's like the Ben and Jerry's one. It has like peanut butter pretzels in it and like chocolate swirls. It's super super good.
Huh,
Kind of hard to
no,
find, but I'm a huge fan.
I had
And
never heard of
then
that.
super super good. And then for my second pick here, I'm gonna go with Vanilla Bean. That's gonna be my other one. Just that classic, like love seeing the little specks in there. Super good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'll eat back to back.
Think we'll take Rocky Road. Easy. That's a easy one. And then we'll go with we'll go with I like the fruity one. Rainbow Sorbet. And they just
Oh
came
yeah.
Celsius just came out with the retro vibe. It's the rainbow sorbet flavor, sherbet flavor, or
Yeah.
rainbow sherbet flavor, not sorbet.
Yeah.
And rainbow sherbet and it's so good.
It's pretty good. Yeah, yeah. I tried. What was the other one that Bank sent us? Like the sports vibe, or that was like the new one. I tried that one too. It was all right. Um, all right. For my next pick, um, I'm gonna go with butter pecan. Always been a huge fan. I love the pecans in there. Big like nuts. Think they're great. Pause.
Hmm.
Um, and then for my last pick, I really like a coffee ice cream, especially one that has like pieces of like ground espresso or ground coffee in it, something like that. I think that's really, really great. So coffee ice cream is going to be my last one. I'll eat one more.
We talked about it last week. The inspiration of this draft. Give me chocolate chip mint.
No way.
Just give it to me.
All right. So to recap our ice cream flavors here, I had Chubby Hubby, I had Vanilla Bean, I had Butter Pecan, and I had coffee. Ollie had Cookie Dough, Rocky Road, Rainbow Sorbet, and Mint Chocolate Chip. Let us know down below who had the better list.
All right, episode 83 coming to an end. We're getting close to the 90s and the episode 100 creeping up ever
Oh,
so
yeah.
slightly. To be the man, you have to beat the man. A little Ric Flair. Aim high, shoot low, and we'll see you next week.